Union Kentucky Chad deck. Here is here's the adversity with this deck, okay? So we're replacing where those boards are at, and back on both sides is rotted wood, right? This is a cross member here. This is a cross member that they've added so that they can put this fancy little pattern in, right? So that they have a place where all the boards can meet in a straight line. Problem is, this is the bad situation. All this does is hold water. When you put a cross member in like this, where's the water going? There's nowhere for the water to go. So what they've done is they've created a situation where this is just a giant water catch here. This is a board that sits here normally, right? And these boards extend out to about right here. Each side, maybe about right there. A little bit past that nail. Each side, okay? Look at that. All the way down through there. And look how tight they are. Here's your joist. Nowhere for water to escape. Nowhere. So it's literally just a big spot for water to sit. That's all it is. And so that's why all these deck boards are rotting out. You see these down through here are starting to rot out to where they're just falling through. I think we just barely touched that and it busted. Let me show you what this looks like up underneath. Probably explain it a little bit better. There's that crossboard right there. So, you see all the mold and everything gathering on it? That's mold, dude. The stuff that I usually call mold, this green stuff, is really just mildew. That's actually mold. Excuse me. But you see what they've done here? They took a 2x8 or a 2x6 and stuck it up in there and created a spot where they could run that straight line right down the middle of the deck. Support. It just holds water. That's all it does. Water just sits above this board right here and just sits in there like a little cup, and it can't go nowhere. It has to evaporate out of there or find a way out. But the problem is that they've got these so up in here in a way to where it doesn't have anywhere to go, really. It probably takes it a long time to escape. So they're all rotten out. They rotten, mold, mold, mold. Especially back here closer to the house where there's not as much sun and there's more shade. It's a lot worse, right? Problem being, we're gonna have to find a way to replace these. I understand their purpose. There has to be something there to catch that design so we can make that straight line all the way down through. But there has to be, we have to create a situation where the water can escape. That I'm working on in my head. Haven't came up with it yet, but I will. I'm not so sure that this is I got access to some great minds, so I'm sure I'll be fine, but what I'm thinking is that they shortcutted this. I'm thinking that this was supposed to be a little bit more complex than this. I'm thinking that this was supposed to be cross members running this way. Vertical, not flat. Vertical board here. Vertical board here. This just ain't right.